Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Pisces, I pulled out a card to get started. We're working with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun deck this week. And I pulled out a card to get started, and I feel like I'm literally just like looking at you sitting in a chair. Like, no other way. I pulled out the card. I went, oh, come on now. Really? That's it. Look at what we got. We got the Sun in Pisces. It's literally the card that pulled out. I said, show me Pisces. Spirit's like, okay. Show you Pisces. Well, I said, show me Pisces energy. And there you go. Like, right, like there. So, we will get into that in a minute. I do want to talk about the underline, which is also an interesting card. The underline card is Venus in Cancer. So, you know, some of you could have a Venus in Cancer placement. You don't have to. But we're going to talk about this. So this is your underline. This is somebody who has spent a lot of time creating a home space. Like, this is a very centered around home space, this conversation in your past. So for whatever reason, this is coming up in your reading right now. So this is an indication of someone who is very sensitive and very attuned to the sensitivity of others, which is really funny because even saying that lines up really, really well with Pisces. So to some extent, I kind of feel like I'm looking at your energy, but maybe seeing it projected through this card through your home life. So this is somebody who creates a very nurturing space. This is someone too who may have been through a period here where you were really good at entertaining at home. Like, I'm kind of wondering if I'm looking at, I don't know, maybe it's something like recent, like you could have been doing this more recently in your home. You could have had some parties or some people over and entertaining guests, like a dinner or whatever, you know, it could be. But there could also be we could also be looking at this as like sort of a broader thing, like something from the past that could represent a long period of time that would be identified as a cycle. And that could be a period here where you were entertaining people in your home. Maybe if you had kids, right? Your home might have been focused on sort of the efficiency and the needs of the kids that you had if you were raising children. So actually, it's kind of funny. If I think about my own Pisces friend, she had a front room in her house that was like a playroom. It was a playroom from the time I knew them. And right, because her kids were really, really small, kindergarten and pre-kindergarten when I first met her. And I just kind of saw that room evolve. And the toys kind of got bigger. They got a little bit more sophisticated. And now it's not a toy room anymore. It's not a toy room anymore. Now it's a little reading room. And it's interesting, right? Like to see how that evolves. But like that whole idea of, you know, creating a space that is suitable for yourself and other people that are in that space is really coming through strong with this card. Yeah, so I don't, so like, well, what are we talking about? Because it's like so show me your energy. Your energy is kind of good. I want to say it's really, really good right now because this is you. I want to read from the book on this one for you. It's not very often that I literally pull the sun sign of who it is I'm asking for. So let's see what it says about you here. All right. The Sun Piscean card describes the kind of person who is extremely sensitive to the thoughts and feelings of others. In many ways, this sympathy and feeling for others can easily seduce the Sun Piscean into becoming and doing what others want. The opposite side of the coin, however, is the pop star, fashion leader, or ad man who knows exactly how to tap into and exploit the mass feelings of the moment. Most Pisceans have a little of each quality in their makeup. One thing is certain, they are among the most imaginative people in the zodiac, and given a suitable outlet for this talent for daydreaming, they are made in life. Okay, so it's kind of like your life is made if you have a way to kind of utilize your dream ability, your intuition, your imagination. If you can incorporate that into something that is kind of beneficial to yourself and to the world around you, maybe even like a job or a career in some way, right? You are made in life. With the sun in the sign, the Piscean will is directed to exploring his or her own unconsciousness and imaginative resources. It seems that no matter how successful Piscean people become at making their own way in life, they have a strong need to give, look after, and make sacrifices for others. When this card is selected, the questioner may be dreaming of escape in the form of long-distance voyage or other get-away from it all activity. The vision card may also indicate a new interest and very often some ability in psychology and or psychic research. It suggests that at some time in the future, the person asking the question may be involved with a large institution, and that service to others will provide great satisfaction, recognition, and fulfillment. Now, events that this could be around: a sacrifice, a mystery or a confusion of imagination and reality, a chance to escape, a miracle, situations in which one loses the plot. So let's see. I got to pull out tarot because you are you. You're literally you right now. You are you. Pisces is you. That's you. Okay. So can you pull out, give me a tarot card. The Hangman or something. Come on. Give me a tarot card. Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces energy. Oh, the Ten of Wands. It's not easy being you. Jeez Louise. Okay, it's not easy being you. Why? Why is it not easy to be Pisces right now? Okay, I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. What happened there as I was shuffling? The card that's on the table was starting to come out. And so I sort of paused the shuffling, and the card that was trying to come out actually ended up flipping these cards. And then that one went on the table. So it's too many cards to read. And actually, they're pretty much all in reverse, except for the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is there, which is interesting. I think that's Cancer, no? Which is you're under. Okay, so the King of Swords came out and flipped the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Why is it a burden to be you? Okay, you have a very strong heart, but you also have a very strong mind. Maybe your heart and your mind don't get along. No, that's odd. Okay, we're gonna keep asking. Why is it a burden with this Ten of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Swords? Well, okay. I'm gonna say it could be a burden because of this soft, intuitive, creative, imaginary side of yourself here, loving, kind, and then this kind of energy that you may encounter at times in life. That's not easy. I always say it's not easy being Pisces in this world, even though it's the age of Pisces, right? We're in the age of Pisces right now, moving towards Aquarius. And maybe because it's kind of like the, oh, that's interesting. I was going to say the setting sun of the age of Pisces going into Aquarian energy, very mindful. In this card, it talks about, well, I didn't say it, but underneath the black and white image on the page, it says the sun is here. Is it setting or is it rising? You know, it's kind of left to our imaginations here. I feel like this is telling me, now I'm going to say that I feel like I'm going to be reading like all Pisces right now in terms of what I'm about to say. And it's regardless of what your story is right now. We're in a period right now where what once was is not going to be what will be. It won't be what will be. And a lot of times when what was is being overtaken by what will be, the what was can be seen as negative, or the what was can be seen as, oh, that's old, or nobody's into that, or because this is almost looking to me like you are feeling some sort of shift here. You might be feeling a shift that feels like, I don't know how much I really belong here. I don't know how much of who I am is understood by those around me. I don't know how much of who I am is appreciated by those around me. The weight of who I am is felt often in a world where people perhaps can't see beyond the facts in front of them. but they don't follow their intuition, or yeah, it's like this weight. And is the sun setting? Is it rising? To some extent, if you could talk about the age that we're in, well, the age of Pisces is setting. And it doesn't mean that there is anything setting, though, about Pisces energy. It is just a new cycle that we are moving into. And the King of Swords is definitely not a dreamer. The King of Swords is not a dreamer. The King of Swords is not a fantasizer. The King of Swords is not someone who is that I would describe as empathetic, empathic. The Queen of Cups is all of those things. Now, there could be someone close to you that maybe you love, and this person could be very cold and clinical. Could also be when you express love, it's met with callousness. I don't know, judgment. The King of Swords can be, he's described as a strong, steadfast friend, but who can quickly become a very intense and intended, vengeful enemy to some degree. So I'm going to explore these two. Let me see this King of Swords. Can you show me more of this King of Swords? Temperance. This is someone who makes you wait. This is someone who, or an energy that causes waters to need to be balanced. Justice. Judgment. Holy crap. This is like legal. This feels very legal. And the Eight of Wands. Show me the Queen of Cups. The Death card. The Moon. My goodness. There's a lot of major arcana going on in this reading. Wow. The Page of Cups. And the Tower. I don't know. This King of Swords is really coming across here like as somebody who has control over your life in some way. And I don't know if it's just the general rules and regulations in life that are in place here, and somehow it's not supporting you. I'm kind of wondering here if you have like some type of a vision or an idea. I don't know what it is. Are there any pentacles here? There's no pentacles. It's just energy. It literally is just energy. There's nothing here. There are no cards in this reading that ground this energy. I feel like I'm tapping into your psyche here. I'm tapping into your psyche. But I'm also tapping into the psyche and the energy of something that has control over you. It feels like a legal system. I mean, honestly, it feels like a legal system. It's interesting because this Temperance card is balancing, right? But if I were to, like, okay, Temperance is Sagittarius energy. And we could even talk about, like, sort of the philosophy. What is the philosophy of justice? Because justice through man's eyes is basically a philosophy. It is. Every society is going to be different, and every society is going to have slightly different or extremely different ideas and ideals. And to some extent, human justice is a philosophy. It is. And who's in charge of the philosophy, right? It seems like it's the King of Swords. Something that is forcing your water to find no way of getting out of something. It's just like over and over and over again. Are you feeling like some sort of an emotional repeat pattern here? Are you feeling like some sort of pattern that is repeated emotionally over and over and over again because of this King of Swords? Okay, because this Justice and Judgment, it's like the King of Swords here is in charge of something that has to do with your freedom. Rise out, to be able to rise out of the coffin and to fly out the window, like to freedom, to move towards freedom. But nobody's sitting in this chair. This is such an interesting, right? Nobody sits here. There's no one there. So now if we want to talk about justice on a spiritual sense here, you don't necessarily need anyone sitting in the chair, because spiritual justice is always present and always working. I feel like there's some sort of legality here that is preventing you from having some type of freedom. And it can be, because I don't have pentacle cards, I feel like I'm like looking in your mind. I feel like I'm swimming through Pisces' mind here. Like you could have, because you're also you tend to be like very, very creative, Pisces. You could maybe be in the process of writing a book and somebody's not allowing you to publish it, or somebody's claiming some sort of copyright on something that is like, no, I didn't plagiarize anything. Like there's something here within you that's trapped, and it feels like it can't get out because of this energy, this King of Swords. And two, it's almost like if you had hope that something within you could get out, the Tower comes. It's almost like hope is broken. Hope breaks. But the King of Swords is like, yeah, just wait. Just wait. What was the birth card in the past? Could have even been a birth of some sort here that you were celebrating. You might have a couple of kids, just because there's one down here and then there's one in the tummy. What's this Venus and Cancer energy in the past? The Eight of Pentacles. Or working from home. It could be working from home. Were you working from home? Were you building something like a home base? Or that's an interesting card to get that. I mean, it really, Venus in Cancer really, really talks about your home life. So Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Am I tapping into the pandemic? That's what this is. I'm tapping into something like from then. Because this Hierophant is like, you have to do this. You have to be there. This is your obligation. This is what you need to do. And right, this is a time in your home. I'm trying to think of like people, a lot of people made their homes like this nice space, or they did a lot of homey things like cooking and baking. The Eight of Pentacles, like that's like working from home, but daydreaming. This is real daydreaming here. Like really being able to swim through your emotional space. Really being able to swim through your emotional space. Something that's changed. Because you shouldn't, okay, show me you. 10 of Wands. And the burden that comes out is the Queen of Cups here with the King of Swords. Maybe something has changed for you in terms of work, where you work now. A lot of people are going back to the office. It's like some type of vision that you've had in the past doesn't feel like it can happen now. Why is the Tower here? The Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Swords. It's weird. It's like something is blocking your vision. Oh, is it Saturn? Is it that shit? Is there, because it's almost like something is blocking your vision, stopping you from seeing something here. Something is stopping you from seeing something on the other side. What's stopping Pisces from seeing some? Is it this King of Swords energy? Or maybe this King of Swords is there. It's some sort of delayed justice. That's what that is. The King of Swords is definitely a delayed justice. I'm not going to say that it's a no justice. That's not no, because it's there. Justice, judgment, and the Eight of Wands. There you go. But it's delayed. This is a delayed justice. So you can't, maybe you can't see that it's a delay. Maybe it just feels like it's no justice. What's going on here? There's something that's being hidden from Pisces. No, I'm not going to get an answer. Is some type of they got the Two of Swords. Intuition. Does your intuition feel off? Why? The Nine of Pentacles. Why does your intuition? The Chariot. And the Ten of Swords. Oh. Your intuition feels off here because there was some type of independence that you had, and your heart space moved you forward here, and then it moved you right into betrayal and painful ending. I wonder, is this like in some way that your intuition has felt off since the pandemic? You have justice here, but it's delayed. I really, there's something going on. Really feel like in some way here that your intuition has felt off since the pandemic. And so there's something that you can't see. Like, and you might find that you're making certain choices here and certain things are not working out in your favor the way you thought that they would. And so because of that, there's a little bit of doubt about your intuitive ability. But you definitely have delayed justice. The Six of Swords and the Star. Okay, that's interesting. Something's been going on for you here where you have been sort of in the sidecar with God, taking you towards blessings and destiny. And I'm kind of feeling like there's a reason that there's things that you can't see. Can I ask, what is the reason why Pisces can't see certain things right now? What is the reason? Oh. The Ten of Cups and the Three of Cups. There's some type of reunion energy here. Family reunion? Family reunion, a reunion of family. There's a celebration here centered around family that you can't see because of that? That's odd. Is it time for some... Okay, there could also be a sacrifice here where it's time to satisfy somebody else's emotional needs and not yours. And I don't know if there's like a parent or something like that. That's definitely a thing. Like there's times here where you have to satisfy the emotional needs of your child Or it could be someone younger than you. And what is that? What is that? The King of Wands. The Five of Wands, the Strength card. That's the whole thing. This is like, yeah, being bold and brave, creative, a sense of self-will. See, it feels like self-will is a little bit stymied here. Or it could be too that there's certain ways that you can't satisfy physical aspects of life and adventure that you'd like to, so you are focused strongly in the sort of like dream state and imaginary state. I'm going to go and do your extended, Pisces. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what is happening in your dream state, Pisces, that you are not remembering when you wake up? Because I feel like there's something like that that's going on here for you right now. So what is happening in your dream state that you are not remembering when you wake up? There are 2 options in the description below if you'd like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Pisces. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.